Tonight, when your eyes finally close and the noise of the world fades into silence, something extraordinary will happen. Your body will remain in bed, motionless beneath the darkness, but your consciousness will begin a journey most people never remember. Every human being experiences this passage every single night, yet almost no one truly understands it. Ancient mystics spoke about it in whispers. Philosophers devoted their lives trying to decode it. Spiritual traditions across civilizations described it with different names, but the message was always the same. Sleep is not merely rest. It is a transition into another state of existence. And once you understand what really happens when you fall asleep, you will never look at sleep the same way again. Right now, somewhere in the world, millions of people are preparing for bed completely unaware that they are about to cross a threshold between realities. Within minutes of falling asleep, their breathing will slow, their muscles will relax, and their conscious minds will begin dissolving into layers of deeper awareness. But beneath the biological process that science can measure, another process begins unfolding, one far more mysterious. Your consciousness starts separating from the waking world. Before we explore where consciousness travels during sleep, you first need to understand the stages that carry you there. The moment you begin drifting off, you enter the first phase of sleep, the fragile borderland between wakefulness and dreams. You have felt it before. That strange sensation of falling while lying still. That sudden jolt that snaps you awake just as your mind begins slipping away. In this stage, your awareness flickers between worlds. Sounds can still pull you back. Thoughts still move through your mind in fragments. The doorway has opened, but you have not fully crossed it yet. Soon after, your body descends deeper, your heartbeat slows, your temperature drops, your brain activity changes into rhythmic patterns scientists call sleep spindles and K-complexes. Strange names for processes that happen naturally every night inside every human mind. During this phase, your body is preparing for separation. The outside world begins fading into the background while your internal world grows stronger. Then comes deep sleep. This is the stage where your body performs its most important restoration. Growth hormones flood through your bloodstream. Cells repair themselves. Your immune system strengthens. Modern neuroscience has discovered that your brain even cleans itself during deep sleep, flushing away toxic waste accumulated throughout the day. It is as if the mind waits until the world becomes silent before beginning its hidden maintenance. But something disturbing has happened to modern humanity. Millions of people rarely reach this stage properly anymore. Endless screen exposure, anxiety, stress, overstimulation, artificial light, all of it disrupts the natural descent into restorative sleep. People are exhausted, yet never truly rested. Their bodies sleep, but their minds remain trapped in constant noise. And then comes the most mysterious stage of all, REM sleep. Roughly 90 minutes after you first close your eyes, your brain suddenly becomes intensely active. Electrical storms ignite throughout your nervous system. Your eyes begin moving rapidly beneath your eyelids. Your heart rate changes. Your breathing becomes irregular. But at the exact same moment your brain becomes active, your body becomes paralyzed, completely motionless. Science explains this as a protective mechanism designed to stop you from physically acting out your dreams. Without this paralysis, people would run, scream, fight, or leap from their beds while dreaming. In rare cases where the paralysis mechanism fails, people actually do act out their dreams physically, which reveals something deeply unsettling. Your body believes your dreams are real. Inside the dream state, your mind does not experience events as imaginary. Neurologically, dream experiences activate many of the same regions used during waking reality. The visual cortex lights up as if you are truly seeing. Emotional centers become intensely active. Memories intertwine with imagination until the line between internal and external reality begins to disappear completely. But one critical part of the brain becomes quieter during REM sleep: the logical mind. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational analysis, decreases activity dramatically. That is why impossible things feel normal in dreams. You can fly over oceans, speak to people who died years ago, walk through cities that do not exist, and never question any of it. Logic steps aside while another form of awareness takes over. And this is where ancient traditions begin to intersect with modern science. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung believed dreams were not random hallucinations but gateways into what he called the collective unconscious, a deeper layer of human consciousness shared by all people across history. According to Jung, recurring dream symbols are not accidents. Water representing emotion, falling representing loss of control, being chased representing unresolved fear. These symbols appear in every culture because they emerge from the deepest structures of the human psyche itself. But some researchers and spiritual traditions go even further. They suggest dreams are not merely symbolic. They claim consciousness literally travels during sleep. Ancient shamans from cultures separated by oceans and centuries described sleep in almost identical ways. They spoke about leaving the body, traveling through spiritual dimensions, encountering entities, ancestors, guides, and landscapes beyond physical reality. These traditions never viewed dreams as meaningless brain activity. To them, dreams were experiences happening in another layer of existence. And perhaps the most fascinating part is this: modern neuroscience does not actually disprove these experiences. Science can measure brain waves, electrical impulses, and neural activity. It can explain the mechanisms occurring inside the brain during sleep. But measuring the hardware does not necessarily explain the experience itself. A brain scan can show where activity happens, but it cannot fully explain consciousness, the subjective awareness behind the experience. That mystery remains unsolved. Rudolf Steiner, the Austrian philosopher and founder of anthroposophy, proposed a radical idea in the early 20th century. He believed humans possess multiple layers of existence: the physical body, the etheric body, the astral body, and a higher spiritual self. According to Steiner, when you fall asleep, the physical body remains in bed, but the astral body partially separates and moves independently through non-physical realms. To modern skeptics, this sounds impossible, but what makes Steiner fascinating is that he approached spirituality with extraordinary detail and structure. He did not describe dreams as vague fantasies. He described sleep as an actual journey of consciousness. And strangely enough, countless spiritual systems across history describe nearly the same thing. Tibetan Buddhism teaches that consciousness moves through intermediate states called bardos during sleep and after death. Ancient Egyptians practiced dream incubation rituals inside sacred temples. Hermetic traditions described astral projection as a trainable skill. Indigenous shamans viewed dreams as direct contact with spiritual dimensions. Different cultures, different languages, different centuries, yet the same central idea appears again and again. Sleep is not the end of awareness, it is a transition into another form of it. And maybe the reason dreams feel so emotionally powerful is because some deeper part of us recognizes that truth instinctively. Think about the dreams that never fully leave you. The dream that felt more real than waking life. The strange encounter you still remember years later. The place you visited that somehow felt familiar, even though you had never seen it before. the moment you dreamed about someone unexpectedly, only to hear from them the very next day. Science may call these coincidences or subconscious pattern recognition, but for countless people throughout history, such experiences hinted at something far larger: the possibility that consciousness extends beyond the limits of the physical brain. And if that possibility is real, then every night when you fall asleep, you are not simply resting. You are crossing a doorway. A doorway humanity has been trying to understand since the beginning of civilization. Once you begin exploring dreams consciously, an unsettling realization slowly emerges. Not all dreams feel the same. Some feel chaotic and fragmented, dissolving the moment you wake up. Others feel impossibly vivid, emotionally intense, almost more real than waking life itself. Certain dreams leave behind a strange emotional residue that follows you throughout the day, as if some part of your mind never fully returned from where it traveled during the night. Ancient traditions believed there was a reason for this. According to Tibetan dream yoga, Hermetic philosophy, and countless esoteric teachings, the dream realm is not one single place. It consists of layers, different frequencies of consciousness that reflect your inner state. Lower levels are unstable, emotional, and chaotic, shaped by fear, desire, memory, and unresolved psychological conflict. But higher levels become clearer, more coherent, and profoundly meaningful. In those higher states, people throughout history have reported astonishing experiences, meeting deceased relatives, receiving knowledge they had no conscious way of knowing, experiencing symbolic visions that later unfolded in real life, encountering beings who seemed independent from their own imagination. Modern psychology often explains these encounters as projections of the subconscious mind, and perhaps many of them are. But there are experiences that remain difficult to explain purely through conventional models of neuroscience. Throughout history, countless individuals have dreamed of future events before they occurred. Others described seeing places they had never visited, only to discover those locations existed exactly as they appeared in the dream. There are documented accounts of people in comas later describing conversations that took place around them while doctors believed they were entirely unconscious. Experiences like these force humanity into an uncomfortable question. Is consciousness truly limited to the brain? Or does awareness continue operating in ways modern science still cannot fully measure? One of the most important breakthroughs in modern sleep research came from neuroscientist Stephen LaBerge. During the late 20th century, he scientifically proved that lucid dreaming was real. Before his work, many researchers dismissed lucid dreams as fantasy or exaggeration. LaBerge designed experiments where dreamers agreed to perform specific eye movements once they became conscious inside a dream. Since eye muscles remain active during REM sleep, researchers could measure the signals directly, and it worked. Sleeping participants entered REM sleep while remaining fully conscious. From inside the dream, they moved their eyes in prearranged patterns, proving awareness could exist simultaneously with dreaming. This changed everything. For the first time, science confirmed that humans can consciously experience dreams while remaining asleep. But what fascinates many researchers is that ancient traditions had been teaching this for thousands of years. Tibetan monks practiced dream yoga long before modern neuroscience existed. Their goal was not entertainment or fantasy, it was spiritual awakening. They believed the dream state closely resembled the state experienced after death. If a person could remain conscious during dreams, they could remain conscious during the transition beyond physical life itself. The training methods were surprisingly similar to modern lucid dreaming techniques. Reality checks, meditation, dream journaling, setting intention before sleep, maintaining awareness while falling asleep. Different cultures discovered the same methods independently because they were exploring the same territory, consciousness itself. And once you understand this, sleep stops feeling ordinary. Every night becomes an opportunity to explore the hidden architecture of the mind. The first step toward conscious dreaming is simple, but powerful: remembering your dreams. Most people wake up and immediately lose everything they experienced during the night. Within minutes, entire worlds disappear from memory. Not because the dreams were meaningless, but because the brain does not automatically store dream experiences as important information. That changes the moment you begin recording them. When you keep a dream journal beside your bed and write down every fragment you remember immediately after waking, your brain starts adapting. It begins strengthening dream recall pathways. Within weeks, many people notice dramatic increases in dream clarity and memory. Patterns emerge, recurring locations, repeated symbols. Certain people appearing again and again. The subconscious begins revealing its language. Another technique involves reality testing throughout the day. By repeatedly asking yourself, "Am I dreaming right now?" you train your awareness to question reality automatically. Eventually, this habit transfers into dreams. And the moment you question reality inside a dream, lucidity begins. That moment changes people permanently. Imagine realizing that everything around you is a dream, while remaining fully conscious inside it. The walls, the sky, the people speaking to you, all generated within consciousness itself. Many lucid dreamers describe this realization as one of the most shocking experiences of their lives because it forces them to confront a terrifying possibility. If consciousness can generate entire realities during sleep that feel completely real, how certain are we about waking reality itself? Philosophers have wrestled with this question for centuries. Are we perceiving reality directly or merely interpreting it through consciousness? The deeper people explore lucid dreaming, the stranger the experiences often become. Some encounter recurring dream figures who appear to possess independent awareness. Others report conversations that feel wiser and more intelligent than their normal thinking. Certain dream environments remain stable over multiple nights, almost like revisiting real locations. Whether these experiences are manifestations of deeper subconscious intelligence or something beyond current scientific understanding remains an open question. But what matters is the transformation they create. People who practice conscious dreaming often report becoming more self-aware in waking life. Fear decreases, creativity expands, emotional healing accelerates. Traumatic memories sometimes lose their power after being confronted symbolically within dreams, and perhaps that is because dreams function like mirrors. They reveal what the conscious mind hides during the day: your fears, your desires, your unresolved conflicts, your deepest intuitions. Sleep deprivation reveals how essential this process truly is. When humans are denied adequate sleep, the mind begins deteriorating rapidly. Memory weakens, emotional stability collapses, anxiety intensifies. Hallucinations eventually appear. Without REM sleep, emotional processing becomes severely impaired. Trauma remains trapped inside the nervous system without being integrated. This is why sleep is not optional for psychological survival. It is restoration on every level: physical, neurological, emotional, and perhaps even spiritual. Maybe ancient civilizations understood this instinctively. Perhaps that is why dreams were once considered sacred. Temples were built specifically for dream rituals. Mystics trained themselves to navigate altered states consciously. Entire spiritual systems revolved around understanding consciousness beyond waking life. Modern society, however, has largely forgotten this relationship with sleep. People collapse into unconsciousness, exhausted, overstimulated, distracted, and disconnected from the inner world entirely. Dreams become meaningless background noise instead of messages from the depths of the psyche. But once you begin paying attention, something shifts. You notice how different emotional states influence dreams. You notice recurring symbols. You notice moments where intuition seems to emerge through sleep more clearly than through rational thought. And slowly, the boundary between waking consciousness and dreaming consciousness becomes less rigid. Perhaps that boundary was never as solid as we assumed. Quantum physics has even introduced theories suggesting reality itself may be far stranger than traditional materialism once believed. Concepts like parallel realities, observer-dependent phenomena, and multi-dimensional frameworks have forced scientists to reconsider the nature of existence itself. Some thinkers speculate that dreams may represent consciousness interacting with possibilities beyond ordinary perception, not supernatural, just deeper layers of reality. Of course, none of this can be proven absolutely. Skepticism remains necessary. Critical thinking matters. Many extraordinary claims collapse under examination, and not every dream carries cosmic meaning. The human mind is capable of producing astonishing illusions on its own, but complete dismissal may also be a mistake, because throughout every civilization, across every era of history, humans continued reporting remarkably similar experiences surrounding dreams, altered states, and consciousness beyond the physical body. That consistency alone deserves reflection. So tonight, when you finally lie down and close your eyes, remember this: your body will sleep, but your mind will continue traveling. Whether dreams are symbolic constructions of the subconscious, glimpses into deeper dimensions of consciousness, or something humanity still lacks the language to explain entirely, one truth remains undeniable. Sleep changes you every single night. The question is whether you will remain unconscious through the process or begin observing it intentionally. Because awareness changes everything. The moment you bring consciousness into the dream state, you begin discovering something extraordinary. Consciousness itself may be far larger than the physical world we experience each day. And perhaps the real purpose of lucid dreaming is not escape. Perhaps it is awakening to the realization that reality is deeper, stranger, and more mysterious than most people ever allow themselves to imagine. So before you sleep tonight, set a simple intention, not forcefully, not desperately, just clearly. Tonight, I choose awareness. Then let go. Trust the process. Pay attention to your dreams. Observe what appears. And remember, every night, humanity journeys into darkness together. Most forget the experience by morning, but some begin to wake up inside.